Now, definitely what we can do is just start some sort of a melody. Now, this could be a great start. I like what we did here. Now we can just basically follow the chord notes. But it also needs some work. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring back the low end here. That's actually the first thing we're gonna need. Then also it's over here, the low cut, so let's bring that in. And we want to close it up, so it needs to be like closed up. And there needs to be like a reverb tail after this. Very long one just to, you know, glue it all together. Now the ending here doesn't really fit to whatever I have here because it's just the same note, right? Or one off. I think this was supposed to be playing D, if I remember right. Let's try it again. I just want to hear it. Oh yes. Now, sometimes if you want to have this even smoother, what you can do is delete this. And also all of these little automations that change the, you know, the EQ, because you don't need them. And you can just use it here as is, you know. See? Works like a charm. Now we also had the other chords that we created just before for the piano. So I'm gonna duplicate this because that's gonna be a little bit different with just the notes like this. And definitely we need to play with the piano. It needs to be like really closed off, like in the background, and maybe a little bit like detuned, because that's what the Above and Beyond is about, right? It has to be cinematic. So sort of a different feel to it. Let's add an EQ. Let's filter down. Now, when we look at what we did with the pad, and then this one, you see where the differences are. So what we can do is just follow this for fun, because why not? You see, it's part of it, sort of, because we have E, C, D. Yeah, so that's like off note, but it works so nice. And over here, I'll just go down, you know, and close it up nicely with like the simplest of simple chords. So if I pull this back where it was, so what we want is just to have simple triad, and that usually works the best with just little inversion like that, like this. And this is where we're gonna start maybe some, you know, Above and Beyond like melody. Let's see. Oh, that's gonna be pretty cool. Let's see if this will work there. Now, this is the ending of a melody that ends, and I'm hearing, like, you know, that's what Above and Beyond is about, right? Those notes that just play on top and create a tension. So let's try. And again. Here it should go down. Sort of maybe here. I'm hearing a different note, so this is gonna be fun. This F is great. But then it says G. I'm gonna try. And one more time. So we're just following the notes, but it might not be the one that we look for. But it seems to be working, and after that, we can maybe have what we need. So this is gonna come here just to make that connection to the main melody. Let's bring the notes up. Now using actually if you highlight all of these, and then over here you can do ramp down, so it's slowly gonna go down, so it disappears. Sorry to drop in unannounced, guys, but just wanted to let you know that this video is part of my How to Make Trance Like Above and Beyond masterclass. You can check it out on readyformasterclass.com now. Let's go back to this one and let's see how this will feel. So I think we're gonna need maybe like a little extra lead on top or a pluck. So let's add maybe like a second layer to this because it feels very empty. Or maybe it could work. Like it's a pretty nice sound. It's a little bit too low, so let's see. And then when it opens up, just gonna get rid of this. And since it's Above and Beyond, we want to have people, start clapping to the rhythm, so maybe they can start here. And of course, we need to and over here, add these little transitional effects. Maybe just wait a quarter away. That could work. So now we're building the whole thing. And we need like a sub pad as well. So let's just create one real quick. Again, this is going to be fun. Like being sort of tied up with just wavetable, it's pretty hard, I have to say. Classic, free voices, and just filter it down. That's it. Add a sub. Let's try like this. And here we go. So this is going to give us a little bit more warmth to the whole thing. And we want these to slide to each other, so instead of poly, we go mono. I'm really opening up this a little bit here as we go up. Let's add the second layer to this. I think it really needs like something weird, so it doesn't sound like normal leads. Maybe this is gonna go down, fully open. Let's come over here with shimmer. And maybe with some drive. I'm gonna put them both into a group right now. Put that reverb on top. So we glue them together, sort of. And the first thing we're gonna glue together is the leads themselves. That's a very good idea always at the start. So let's put a glue compressor on top. Glue compressor like this. And let's just go for 10 milliseconds and automatic release. With everything. Just a little bit. Now let's add one more on top, this time with a very short release, and we're going to be hitting the 5. And I think this one needs work. Oh yeah, that's a good one. So that's very like noisy. So this could be the one that builds up. Unfortunately, because it's wavetable, I have to do it this way, where I'm gonna delete this one, keep this one open, keep this one basically all the way down, and just close up, open up this envelope. Now this should work. Yeah, that feels good. I'm actually pretty happy about that. Now, let's do some EQing here. Especially in this part. Now here we go, let's see the transition now. Yeah, I guess this could just remain open because it just sounds really cool. How about this? We're gonna take this one out of the equation, so we just have this one. Okay, so we have this done now, and we need to add something to the breakdown that's gonna keep the tension, because right now, the only thing we have is basically just the sounds and piano. But we need something that would give it a little bit more life, and that's where the vocals come in. So C Lydian is basically equivalent to G major. So if I look for any vocals that are in G major, let's say on Splice, I should find something that will fit our track. I don't want to use the vocal per se, but I want to use like maybe snippets of it just to give it, a little bit more liveness. So I'm gonna go to the sounds here to browse, instruments, and vocals. Let's go with female. And as we said, we want to go for G major. Unfortunately, Splice will never give you a Lydian. Let's see what we have here. Something nice. 'Cause they told me, cause they told me to you. Da 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 da. Oh, told me I'd be not been you. I think I live. 'Cause they told me I feel off alone. Baby, I got you. My answer. Baby, I got you. So I actually like this one. Baby, I got you. And I like that got you. So we're gonna just strip it down. Over here, it's 160 BPM. It's set out. Baby, I got you. Please don't worry now. Baby, I got you. Don't have to worry anymore. So we just want to got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. Let's just set the grid out. We're gonna put this long reverb on top. Put the EQ on top because we only want this middle part. And we want heaps of reverb, so I would say echo and like every 8 little notes, 16 notes. But we're not gonna stop there because we're gonna add an auto filter. And on that auto filter, we're gonna put the shape like this, put the amount to the top. And we want this to go over the same amount as the filter. Maybe we can just do it differently because that 8 just doesn't work. Let's go with 6th. So that would be 3/4. And we're gonna add a little bit more reverb. So we get... we can just freeze and flatten. It's gonna do the same trick, and then we're just gonna play around with the nodes that we like. Like, it's a pretty simple effect, but it can do so much with the tension. As you can see, it's like pretty cool. Here we go. We can use it over here as well. What we want is to let it build up towards this thing. So let's reverse. That could work pretty well. Let's go. And we're done. Oh, that's getting there. And over here, let's just build like that little, riser towards the drop. It's getting there, but we want to do this a little bit differently. We want to keep the tension. Gonna keep the tension by repeating this, and then towards the end, we're just gonna change it back. So these nodes over here, just gonna repeat. And we can again do it this way, just simple. And this is gonna go back here. Fully open. And this, we can just copy this little transition over here. And remember our little transition here. We're gonna use it again. Maybe a rolling kick here, snare.